back to another episode of Drawing with Jack. Here with Jack Haynes and Skip Marazzi, working on Cox in Space. This is actually episode 29,
Logan.
so be excited. I know that you're excited, which means that we've been at this for a while, which makes sense because we're at the beginning of the middle page. The middle-ish panel, of course, of
Yeah.
this the first scene is introducing Luna, which is the introduction of one of our favorite characters. How have you been, buddy?
For some reason. I've been well. I've been busy at work because my the only other person that's in my department, I work at a print place for glass,
Yes.
and I'm part of the team that handles the graphic files. And so I basically make graphic files work for glass printing.
That's
And
awesome.
the yeah, yeah, like
There he is,
the
Logan
the
Gifford.
guy
Welcome
that
to Drawing with Jack.
Hello, everybody. Good to be
yeah,
back.
Logan.
So the guy you're part of the team with, is he not
Uh,
showing up?
well, no, he's in the hospital.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
what?
Yeah, so he's a little older than me, and
Ah,
he has some health issues with his uh, heart, I believe. So
Mm.
he I guess had some kind of emergency, and he's out for the whole week, which is just it's Thursday now, so Friday, tomorrow's the last day that I should have to be by myself. But he may not be back next week. I mean, I don't know. So
that
for
that
the foreseeable future, it's just been
is you doing that
yeah,
work.
just yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's been busy, so I've been doing a lot of work.
In
Um,
summertime, people want to start moving, start fixing, start changing things in the city. So. I mean, at
yeah,
least, at
I
least
mean,
I remember you were talking about how you had not a whole lot to do when you were first there not too long ago when we started this project. And now you're
yeah,
saying it's cooking. Oh, hang on. Jack,
yeah.
I wanted to change her pose if we can before we get too much detail on them.
Sure, sure. Like, how do
So
you want it to look?
the one that she's doing right there, if we could have her doing that pose on the stage. So she's doing the arms
Okay.
up on the stage. And then the one that she's doing in the crowd, if she could be like teasing like a table of fat cats while she's singing to them. You know what I mean? Like the
Okay.
like a crowd work kind of pose.
Um, yeah, I can definitely change that.
So you know
I
how
was
like
hoping to
I'm sorry.
uh I was hoping to put the crowd in last, but I
Yeah,
guess
that
I can put it
I see I saw what you're doing because I think you're gonna do like mirrors of them so you can see that it's the same shot from two different angles.
well, I mean, it's kind of like one shot, right? Like it's kind of just the one shot of the place,
Okay.
but she's moving around it, and
And
everyone else is
you
going to
doing
be
like
sat still.
yeah, like a panoramic. Yeah, for sure. So no reason to do that. You don't have to do that first. But just like her posture is that wherever the one of the tables is at, she's like singing directly to it. Kind of like the same way that like an entertainer would like sit on someone's lap or like run their fingers through her hair or something like that. Like I think she's like,
I got
you see what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's she's doing like crowd work. And so anyway, thank you. I knew the one standing up there wouldn't be a big deal because of those arms. And so her like, yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I think Aaron would approve of that. Logan, did your pictures get rained out?
Yes, sir, they did.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So, no, I mean, it's all good. I got to come here and be with you guys. Um, we're doing Sunday.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And are you coming up on being fully repaired and back to work at your redacted job?
Well, I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking about talking to HR at my redacted job because I'm not sure I'm going to be comfortable handling the same duties and doing the same things that I was doing.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I kind of came into the job a little broken, a little fucked up from car accidents and things in my past that I didn't heal correctly from and stuff. And so
So you
I
think
want to
you
try and see if there's any sort of alternative position I could potentially take up. But if not, I do believe there are some other avenues open for me.
nice. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I can now announce this here too. Yeah, I stopped working the bike job because I was like, I can't keep driving all this way. Like I'm losing eight
Right,
hours a week to driving, and they're not paying me
right.
that much to do that. So now I work at a chicken restaurant. So and they pay the same,
Yeah,
and
you told
it's
me
only
that you had applied for that. How's that going for you, bro?
yeah. So I'm training next week.
Nice.
So yeah, no longer working at the bike job.
Yeah,
But yeah, just like like there's just opportunities. I was like, I can't keep doing this, so I looked, found there's some opportunities. You know.
kind of.
So is a particular chicken restaurant also undisclosed at this particular moment?
Is it undisclosed?
Yeah, like or do we know where you might be preparing some delicious chicken? Do we get to know?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you hug out in the Discord after this podcast, then I'd be happy to talk about it for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, yeah, no, that's just for, the private members who come chill with us on the podcast. Obviously, if you're hearing this as a podcast, it's way too late. But comment below if you want to speculate about what it is and what the new place that I work at is. But yeah, no, just for the time being. It'd be fun if the
But
people who invested in the chicken restaurant are just doing it because they enjoy investing in a chicken restaurant and chicken related things, and they were interested in investing in a cartoon about chickens, whose mission is really just to spread happiness across the universe.
Mm,
yeah, like
Cross
it
use.
might be a little lewd, it might be a little absurd, but it's for 20 somethings.
Yeah, and it's also for the sole purpose of like, like luring you in with lewd humor, also to show you like what healthy relationships look like. That's one of the big missions of the writing the characters.
Hell yeah.
The captain and the love drive are very much in love with each other. We just wrote a scene last night about their how like them just hanging out in their relationship, and it was just really really cool to see like what deep love and respect looks like, you know.
Mm.
I had to like think right now, like what kind of table cats would like.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking that they would be a table that had corners for sure. They ever wanted to rub their face on it.
Oh, one key thing you have to know about is that they don't have drinks in front of them. All of them have bowls of cat food.
Okay.
And if there's like if there's anywhere where there's like branding, the food's called feelings.
Hmm. Feelings.
Yeah. She's actually singing a song about feelings in this scene.
Gotcha.
So we'll be actually meeting with Kate on Saturday. Super excited about that. She's going to come in with Chandler. I'm sorry, it's not Saturday, it's Sunday, the 27th. She's going to come and sing with Chandler on composing with Chandler, and they're going to finish up Luna's song for this shot right here. So this is very exciting.
Very
Uh,
cool.
things are being done to get Luna more alive. Also, I don't know if you guys got the notifications, but I messed up the audio for when Dylan Farr was here last week, and
Yes.
so
Okay.
he did. So we lost 3 episodes. One from here, one from Flicking with Frank, and one from Composing with Chandler. But Dylan Farr is coming back next week, and he wants to talk about technology and why it scares him. So it should
Okay.
be really, really fun. I'm excited about that. That's going to be the 29th. If you guys want to tune in the Discord, probably if you're hearing this again, it's too late because these episodes are all going to come out in the beginning of August. Joe Morgan, one of the guys who does the voices for who did the bad guy and did one of the good guys. He did Jax in episode one. He's going to be coming in the end of July on the 31st to Drawing with Jack. So that will be super fun to have him here with us. That'll be a Thursday. So we have 2 guests next week, those 2 guys, and then one of my friends who is runs a comedy theater is going to come in. His name is Aaron Cody Campbell. He's going to be on Flicking with Frank. So he's going to come in and hang out with us. We have a bunch more actually. All of August is totally filled up with guests. The one I'm excited about is on August 5th, Drawing with Jack over here. It's going to be that Tuesday in a couple weeks. Jake Mattis is going to come in with the King of the Hill and do the fresh take of King of the Hill. So it's going to be the day after King of the Hill comes out. So, Jack, I know you're going to have like plenty of fresh takes about King of the
My roommates are the King of the Hill fans, but I'm sure they will give me their fresh takes on the new season. But
And they're gonna
my
make you
roommates aren't
watch the
huge.
premiere, right?
I mean, are you guys still getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you, man. Loud and clear.
Okay. Thought I heard a USB disconnect. Anyway, yeah, like we don't like everybody's like kind of busier these days,
Oh no.
so it's
Okay.
kind of unfortunate, but we haven't been like watching as many like television shows together. It does
Gotcha.
kind of it does kind of suck, but I would love to get to watch an episode of a brand new episode of King of the Hill. My roommates, that'd be pretty cool, I think.
Well, if you get a chance to do that before the 5th of August, um, we're gonna drop a bunch of spoilers on the show. So wouldn't I encourage you to put on your calendar, just mark it.
Gotcha.
Is she lounging? You doing
Yeah, yeah,
lounging?
yeah, she's like leaning. I'm trying
Yes,
to get her to lean on the table, but
yes, that's awesome.
it's it's probably gonna have to
So
like because
sorry
I'm
to
not liking the
force your
table. I'm
hand.
not liking the.
You're like you didn't want to draw the crowd, um, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
well,
And now you have to because if
yeah.
she's gonna be interacting with the crowd, it has to be at least some semblance of
Well,
what's
I'm
there,
gonna
right?
draw this table. I'm gonna draw this table first. I'm just gonna draw the table and her at the table, and then put some dudes around. I mean, I can draw her like being central or whatever without
But
needing to
then
put
also,
like
wouldn't it be reasonably dark inside a nightclub? I don't mean to cut you off, Jack, but like,
um. It would probably be reasonably dark, but I think for this, it's probably gonna look pretty. I mean, this is supposed to be like more of like a jazz club, right?
Yeah, it's called the Kit Kat Lounge, and she's singing
Yeah,
like
it's like
a
a yeah.
jazzy number.
that kind of leaves it ambiguous, I guess.
Well,
Uh,
usually a jazz club is a little more like well lit, at least like in movies and stuff. Like I feel like all the jazz clubs I've ever seen have been like pretty well lit
oh
because
yeah, it's not like a
they
like a '90s like techno club or anything like that.
yeah, they have like a full band and it's not Photoshop will leave that way. You guys can't see it, but I have a cursor here that's not producing any oh, did it finally go?
No, I haven't seen it. So Logan,
So
did you were you able to get through Surf Ninjas?
So,
Okay.
Surf Ninjas. Um,
This is from the
Unfortunately, no,
last
I didn't
episode
get
of
through
Dylan
the.
Farr, the first one. He said that it had to be checked out. We watched the preview on it. Uh, it's on the visuals, but so what did, oh, sorry to cut you off. What did you think?
Man, so I got through about half of the movie.
Okay, so
Um,
first, what's it about? Like, what's going on in Surf Ninjas?
so it's just it starts out just you're kind of tracking it's because it's kind of like a kids movie from I
Okay,
think the early '90s or late '80s.
okay,
I think it's rated like PG or something, so there's not supposed to be a whole lot of super crazy shit going on.
okay,
And it's just following so far just like these two teenagers and they're just like living their totally radical surfer lifestyle. They're like, yeah, fuck you, dad. Like just regular. I mean, they don't say that, but like they're just regular like bratty teenagers of the time.
okay.
But there's this narrator that's like talking about like like there there are people who want these children dead, and you always see like there's ninjas that are like following these children and trying to kill them, but every time there's this guy who comes and stops them and comes and
Okay.
fights off the ninjas, and the kids are left none the wiser.
Okay. Jeez. What?
So right. So eventually it gets to the point where like the guy who's protecting them has to like walk up to him and tell him like, hey, look, dude, like you guys are in danger. And, like you guys need to come with me and so I can keep you protected. And they're like, no, fuck off, creep. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like I said, just like being like normal, like bratty teenagers. Like I said, the way it was written, that it's a lot more corny because it's like a PG movie.
Right, right.
But essentially,
But
they're like,
you're
but
saying it,
essentially
it
the kids are
really, if
like,
it's going to be a good movie, you have to really put it like the Tarantino effect on it.
right,
Okay.
But I'm trying to make it cooler than I guess it was because dude, it was like I said, I'll get to it. So like I said, it gets to a point where like their dad runs like a burger restaurant and shit, like and their dad's always nagging them like, do do homework and shit, like and it's clear that like these are two like Southeast Asian children, like Polynesian children, and their dad is like very noticeably white, like he's very much white gentleman.
Okay. And there's
So the
there's no
dad owns a
reference
burger
to them
joint.
being adopted or that their mom
Yes.
is dead or anything like that.
Well, yes, they're adopted, and we learn that later
Oh, okay.
from
I
the
got
guy
you. I
who's
got you.
protecting them.
Gotcha.
So like I said, the dad runs a burger restaurant, like a like a little like dockside like burger restaurant or something. I like a la Rocket Power, some shit like that. And so they come back from I think surfing or whatever, hanging out with their buddy. By the way, their buddy, the periphery. How did I neglect to mention the peripheral characters? So there's the two brothers, and then there's like a fucking like a 22-year-old Rob Schneider.
Oh,
No way.
what?
Yes,
Oh, that's right. I forgot Rob Schneider's in this movie. I mean, like,
yes,
as soon as
dude.
like he pops up
I mean, like
again
he
every
didn't see
time,
the
I'm like,
bit,
oh, that's right, and then I promptly forget. I will probably at the end of this conversation again forget that Rob Schneider's in this movie. But okay,
and, well, no, because it's so funny.
it
Because like
just
the whole
doesn't make
time,
sense.
he's like doing the comedic relief and shit,
Hmm.
and like I said, like that's like their best buddy. So like they, like he gets drug along for at least of what I saw of the movie. Excuse me. So like I said, the guys, like the two brothers' dad, they run like a burger stand, or the dad runs a burger stand,
Two brothers.
and then they come back from surfing one night or something, and they see like the burger stand is like getting attacked by like ninjas.
What?
Their dad starts fighting ninjas. The guy who's protecting them runs in, looks at the dad, makes eye contact, nods, starts fighting ninjas. You know,
That got real.
and then it ends up to where like the dad is like surrounded by ninjas, and then like like the guy who's protecting them just escapes with the three boys.
What?
And then like that's when he starts explaining to them. He's like, you two boys, you're royalty. And then
Okay.
still the whole time the kids, still the whole time the kids are like, no, fuck you, dude. Like, get bent, dude. We're not going with you. Fuck off.
And it's like, no, you're a
Right, yeah.
wizard.
Seriously, stranger danger. Yeah.
Right,
Like just forget all
right.
that.
So it's
D-
like being that the
He's like,
burger stand
not, do you
doubles
want a
as like their
puppy?
apartment or
Like,
whatever.
not, do you need some candy? He's like, you're, princess. Get in my van.
Right. Like it was like real weird. So like the kids had like a pretty logical reaction to it.
Right,
They're like,
right,
"Get
yeah,
the
exactly.
fuck
He
out of
should
here,
got
bro.
kicked
Like
in
I'm
the
not
balls
not
like
the son of
multiple
a
times.
prince, dude. I'm a normal kid. Like I was adopted, like I know I was adopted, like whatever, like
Okay, so that's the
like it's
secret.
super normal, like
White guy had adopted the
like super
princess to
normal
take care
teenager
of him.
reaction.
Right, right.
He ends up telling him this story about like how some prophecy got fulfilled, and like so it's like this big ceremony where like their dad is the king and they're sitting there as children. His baby brother's like literally like a baby, like at that
Gotcha.
point, and then like like our main teenager protagonist is like maybe 8 or 9 or maybe, I don't know, 5. He's a very young man,
Okay, gotcha. Little guy.
and so they're like, yeah, they were having this ceremony to celebrate your brother's first birthday, and it was supposed to be a great thing because there was this big prophecy about how you two were going to be great leaders and warriors, and very strong, and just amazing people.
But
But then,
they're
like
asshole
the dude
kids.
concludes by like saying, he concludes by saying some shit about like like, but that was until the seventh sun set on. Like he said some crazy shit, and then like Leslie Nielsen in like samurai armor busts through the wall of their twin village.
That's what I forgot. Leslie Nielsen. Oh my
Dude,
God. Oh
this
my
movie was a
God.
fucking whirlwind.
I remember this trailer from last time.
Oh
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
gosh.
You
I,
remember this? That's why I was like, yeah, like Logan said he was gonna watch it. And I was like, we really need to get the final review on this. So you got to
yeah,
the
I mean,
Leslie Nielsen part.
yeah,
So wait, so the part where I stopped watching it was you're like all this is already like learned and known information over like the first like hour or so of this movie.
Okay, I got you. So you're most of the way through it.
No, halfway.
Halfway at the
About
hour mark?
halfway.
Okay, wow. They have a big story to tell with these boys. They have
Yes.
some
So
some beasts to conquer. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Like, this is the point where I started. This was like the scene where I was like, I'm fucking over this movie. So the guy, because like the whole time, like I said, the guy's like preaching, and like, no, like this is your destiny. Like it's like it's like you have no option. You have to do this, or like our nation is gonna die if you don't come back and do this. Lee Nielsen is gonna kill us.
Oh wow. Okay.
mm,
What a bad guy.
But anyway, so like it was so ridiculous. So I'm gonna try and get through this as straight as I can because, like I said, this made me stop.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's the
So
part like I wanted
because be, because the burger stand got attacked,
to.
and that also was like where they lived, they went and stayed at like Rob Schneider's house, like Rob Schneider's like parents' house or whatever. And they were there, just like kicking it, just like doing teenager stuff. Of course, the ninjas come. So the guy who's protecting him, you know what the fuck he does?
What?
He blows the fucking house up.
mm,
What?
damn.
And then he talks to the children and he's like, now you have no choice. You must come with me to help me.
Wait, the hero who's supposed to
What the
train them blows the house up?
fuck?
Oh
I don't
yeah,
even know if
fuck
he was
that
supposed to
guy.
train him. He was just the one sent to go get him. I think. I didn't make it much further past that because I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, like, come on, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're like, this guy's
Sweet kid balls.
unlikable. They got no scruples.
Yeah,
I don't care if they are the good
like
guys.
it
That's
was a
definitely
whirlwind. I
not.
mean, super fun to watch. Like during all the fight scenes, there was like fucking super shredding guitar and stuff. Just like typical 80s type of movie where it was doing shit like that. But also like it was so hard to follow because, dude, I swear, like a minute after that, I looked at my phone for 2 minutes. I looked back up and I was like, what the fuck? They were like in a cave or some shit. I was like, how the fuck did they get here? And that was when I was like, I've fucked up the experience for myself because I looked at my phone.
Yeah, and I realized that about a
So
couple of these older films that I watched recently, like 70s and 80s, they have a soundtrack going, but they have no like Foley. They really are expecting you to be watching the screen the whole time to understand what's going on. Um, and like this
Oh no,
idea
this one had like punches and kicks and stuff.
for
And
sure.
matter of
Like,
fact,
I mean, there is,
the guy
but
who was the guy who was protecting him had super annoying karate noises. That was another pretty
I
cheesy aspect of it.
was just,
Because like that was like Kung Fu, you have to go, like you have to.
I think that's actually the reason why Dylan liked that movie. I think that's what his recommendation was that it was fun action.
It was so cheesy. Yeah, do the Liam Neeson pick. Yes.
So yeah, I dropped into the chat a picture of Liam Neeson in the summer outfit. Just so
So good,
let me
dude.
just pull it
I
up
think
real
he
quick.
loses an eye, like in that scene or something, or like no, what it is, he falls like that, and I think that's like the last time you see him before his head gets crushed by, like half of his head gets crushed by an elephant. So like the rest of the movie, he looks like Kano
Oh
in
yeah,
Mortal
exactly.
Kombat.
There's another shot of him with like a metal mask over his face. Is that the one
Yeah,
you're talking
it
about?
looks
Yeah,
like Kano. He's got like a laser. He's got like a laser eye or some shit. It's awesome.
it is. It is on the next level for sure.
But yeah, that was about the furthest I got into it. I might have to come back with y'all
For part
on the
two.
very next episode of Drawing with Jack to come back with the review part two, because just talking about it, I am very curious as to how the fuck they resolve this plot.
Well, it sounds like the whole back end of that movie is probably going to be a bunch of action sequences. So I
Right,
mean,
and
like
I'm so excited for that too.
they've gotten over the plot part of the movie, and now they're just going to start kicking ass. So I would like to hear how everything comes exploding to its conclusion.
Definitely so. But
That's
if I
fun
could
though.
segue to a different
Rob
I'm sorry.
Schneider and Leslie Nielsen. No, the segue is yours, my friend.
Well, I mean, to go with what you were saying, though, Rob Schneider and Leslie Nielsen, I'm surprised they got those for this piece of dog shit movie.
Well,
But
it's just
I
in
think
Not
in the
surprised.
their appearances alone, I think, made the film though, because like you see like this big bad guy, and you're like, is that Leslie? Because they just shot of him at the beginning where he's wearing like the mask and shit. His face is kind of obscured, but I had him clocked. I was like, is that Leslie fucking Nielsen? And I googled it, and I was like, dude, it is.
Let's just take a look at Leslie Nielsen's IMDb real quick, because I'm not surprised. I know that Leslie Nielsen has
Oh
been
my
in
god,
some
No,
he's done
yeah,
so many good things.
he's definitely the
Dunkirk.
Nicolas Cage way before the Nicolas Cage happens. Like if you were like,
So
"Hey,
also,
Leslie," he'd be like, "Yeah, I will."
Yeah, dude, Leslie Nielsen has been in some fucking stink nasty movies for sure. I
Because
think the last movie that
what's
he was
better
in was
than respect
Stonerville,
is money, and paying your bills.
right.
So
or just
like if
movies,
I got my
enjoying
face
working.
splashed in a location and people were constantly calling me up to do just random shit, I would always take it. Like no joke. Um, it was
Because I
just
mean,
because it
Jack,
would
do you
it
really
made
think Ray Liotta wanted his last movie to be Cocaine Bear?
I don't think
Sorry,
he
I didn't
cared.
want to cut you off there, but I had to get that thought
Yeah,
out.
I
No,
don't
yeah,
think he
it's
cared,
fair point. Yeah.
honestly.
No, yeah, exactly. Ray Liotta, like he's like just likes to do movies. Um, it would
Well,
be
and I
yeah.
think he hit a stride, in the 70s. I'm trying to like just look through. I mean, he did a ton of
Look at
TV
that.
for. I mean, look. I mean, this
Oh,
man was doing
He
TV in
was
the
he was
70s.
just working it, and
Yeah,
that means that he
exactly.
was already showing up. I was saying the same thing about Bryan Cranston, right? Like people be like, "Oh, Bryan Cranston fell off," but if you look at Bryan Cranston's IMDb, same thing. He was just working it for a long period of time. He had a show that hit, and then he kept working, and then he got another show that hit, and now he's still just working like he's
Yeah.
always been doing, you know?
yeah,
Like
like he's still in movies. I think one of the most recent things I've seen Bryan Cranston in was one of the Godzilla movies, and I think it was like 2019 or
yeah, and
2021.
he's completely
He
unnecessary, and
speaks
it's cool
Japanese in the
that he's
movie, which
making
is
some
impressive.
money. Yeah, but like, he's not necessary in any of the roles that he's doing now. Like Breaking Bad is iconic for him to be in that role, and Malcolm in the Middle is iconic for him to be in those roles. But like,
Right, yeah, like that's why
it's
he
just
can't do
people
main
put,
characters anymore.
yeah, they put
Because
Bryan
if he
Cranston
doesn't
in
do
movies
characters and
just
people look
because.
at him for too long, they'll be like, "That's fucking Walt." That's Heisenberg.
Yeah, he's kind of broken himself, unfortunately. He's been doing interesting work, but it's just, you know,
Project Kill. A former government assassin flees a mind control program in the Philippines, pursued by his ex-partner, the
My
local
God.
police, and Asian gangsters.
Is this the
I
Leslie
mean,
Nielsen is in
dude,
this
Oh my
movie?
God,
Oh
we have
yeah,
to watch
actually
for the
you can
Liberty
watch
and
that on
Seven.
YouTube. I've been like wondering if I should watch it on YouTube. It's
dude,
so yeah, fun times.
dude,
Yeah,
dude,
like it's
Leslie
better than
Nielsen
respect
here,
his
the
money,
fucking
dude.
sex symbol.
Well, dude, he was a stud.
I mean, look at that big smile.
Leslie fucking Nielsen, dude. I
Look at
mean,
that! Look at that white comb over, bro. How do you not get a little moist?
dude, this is
I'm
what I'm
sorry,
saying
guys.
is that Leslie Nielsen, he was probably like, hey, yeah, I gotta clear my schedule. I'm doing Project Kill next, and I'm really into the character. Like I'm really feeling. He's escaping mind control prison, and he's being chased by his Asian girlfriend. I mean, I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling it. The Mad Trapper. This project was unfinished.
Oh,
My guy, actually, what I want to do, there's a project that I want to do with like pretty much everyone's IMDb is like string all of their characters into like one single adventure of one person. But more and more with
Mhm.
Nicolas Cage's career, it's the movie that I want to see more than anything else. Like I want to see how he's all those things at the same time. Um, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Dude,
he's he's a
some of his
convict
characters
who
are
is a
not
vampire.
going to be able to. Dude, like dude. His character that thought he was turning into a vampire, and that whatever fucking movie that was, I can't remember what it was called. Here, I'm
He,
sorry that I'm not
I'll,
drawing it up on
I'll
IMDb,
look at
but
I'll look it up for you real quick. But like he also
uh,
was a vampire in Remy.
okay,
He
I don't think
plays
I ever
he
saw that
no he
movie.
plays Dracula. It's like such a goof of a film. It's like goof action comedy, same way kind of like Kung Fu Hustle is, but it's about yeah how Dracula needs to feed and Remy lures people into traps, but he's feeling morally ambiguous about it. Um, let me
Gotcha.
see. You said
Dude, this movie is
Nick Cage
uh,
thinks he's a
this movie's
vampire.
from the 1980s,
Oh,
and
Vampire's
it's
Kiss. Vampire's Kiss, 1988.
dude, is that it? I'm sorry, if that
It's
isn't it, we
okay.
have to watch the
It's
YouTube.
where the face
Uh,
comes from.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. This is totally it. Also, guys, it's on Tubi if you want to watch it. So, for that, I keep shouting out Tubi. I wish they would give us some sponsor money. I'm gonna leave it in just because as an ad break because it looks like that's what we're doing right now. We might have to cut this out.
dude.
But
This,
yeah,
dude, I
no.
see it here.
I can't believe I haven't seen
The
this,
scenes,
but
dude,
I'm,
the
I'm
scene
probably
of
gonna
this.
watch it tonight.
Shoot. 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 Or what? I mean, I'm fighting this
do a
battle
quick
all
ad read
alone.
over this
And I'll be
Yeah,
damned if I didn't
exactly.
so it
get
doesn't get stricken.
really turned
If I
on.
just mute this part out and then do an ad break and be
No,
like,
shout
look,
out to the
Tubi, we're shouting you
shout out
out
Oh
to
right
yeah,
now
the
at this point.
I was a little drunk.
But also, do you have a product?
Plus, I was
Would you
hungry.
like your product advertised right here in this space?
Yeah, in his
Contact
face
us.
instead. Yeah, exactly.
I can read it in a sultry voice for you. We'll talk about dick pills, mattresses, CBD products. We'll talk about anything you want. You got a
Right.
microbrewery? Hell yeah, I like beer.
I mean, I like free TV. Also, I'll shout out YouTube Red right now because they're like the channel that I watch more often than anything else. I'm actually canceling all my services to watch YouTube Red. I mean, not YouTube Red, just YouTube because it's just a broad selection of films that you get to watch. See,
dude.
this is what I'm saying about
These
Nick
scenes
Cage
are
is people would be like Nick Cage fell
yeah,
off, and you'd be like, I don't think you've seen Nick Cage's full like film catalog,
Right.
because he
Nick Cage
really
has done
he's
some of the
always taking
craziest
whatever he
roles. Like,
can. He just got really lucky.
doesn't he get like eaten alive by the Wicker Man?
Oh yeah, yeah,
What do
yeah.
you
He's
mean?
he's the
Finding
virgin.
somebody.
He's the
Yes,
virgin in
find somebody.
Wicker Man. Spoilers.
What could be easier?
uh, look, I'm just gonna tell you, this is
I'm sorry,
probably
that could have just been a yes or no without a spoiler,
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm
but
sorry.
like it's laughable because he Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage and in no way embodies the character because I don't think he understands the twist of the script. And that's
Okay,
why to me that movie is funny.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to interrupt because, I know that I need to get back to drawing. So I'm just going to play this last scene, but we have to watch this scene. This scene is the reason that you worship Nicolas Cage. This scene is, without a doubt, just one of the craziest, wildest, like fucking, he just fucking did that scenes.
Jack, it's
Just
gonna
gonna let
cut
it
to an
go.
ad break
Well, unless, of
right after
course,
you said
it's
that.
somehow been misfiled.
But misfiled.
Yes, misfiled. Sometimes somebody puts a document in the wrong file and then it's misfiled. It makes it much harder to find.
Who? Who? What do you mean, who? How could somebody misfile something? What could be easier? It's all alphabetical. You just put it in the right file, according to alphabetical order. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Peter.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Peter.
Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Huh? That's all you have to do.
Very good. You know your alphabet.
Nick
I
Cage puts his
misspelled
dick and
everything.
balls into everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta respect him
Yeah,
as an actor,
exactly.
man.
No, really.
That's why I love
Dude.
like the end part of his career now too, is because he's still doing that. It doesn't matter what his role is. He's like, "Oh, we doing
That
this? Oh, hell yes, I'm
that
doing it."
ending where he's like, I have never misfiled anything, not one time. I'm just like, he is so fucking crazy. Just like, and that made it into the fucking, because he is so, like, fucking Nicolas Cage acting like a spoiled child is somehow containing gravitas. Like, it's, dude, I don't know. That's fucking wild. That is a wild fucking scene that was in a Hollywood fucking movie. I mean,
I mean, well, also, so he does have
I've never
cinematography on his
misfiled
side.
anything.
Yeah, because when it pans up, he's backed by like what it's not the Empire State Building, but like a magnificent skyscraper behind him. And like the way that it's
Yeah.
framed is from her point of view, so she's just like looking up at him and this building. So I mean, like it's beautifully shot, but like also, yeah, exactly. It's dignified because of the suit he's wearing, the location. But yeah, he's a brat. He's being a brat, and yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm not paying attention. I gotta be honest. I mean, it is beautifully shot. I'm not paying attention to anything in the background of that scene at all. My eyes are locked and just fucking drinking in Nicolas Cage and that whole scene. I'm just like, he really just look. He just like put his hands on his hips like that.
Yeah, exactly. I was pointing out the subconscious power moves that were playing on you at the same time. That was adding to the feeling, uh, and heightening the experience. So like calling it did a good job. In addition,
I mean,
and geez, yeah, I love Nick Cage because again he puts his dick and balls into the whole thing. Um, that's
he's so nice.
still is. You look at any of his movies that's coming out now, you can say whatever you want to about them, but you can't fault Nicolas Cage for like not showing up in those movies because he always does.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about him is that he'll really like like you give him nothing and he's gonna turn it into something.
I mean, you can say whatever you want about Nicolas Cage. I mean,
Yeah.
you can say whatever you want about like movies he makes now. Like, yeah, like he's not. It's not like everything that he's in is great. Not every role that he's in, he makes a stellar performance. Vampire's Kiss. That is some shit that only Nicolas Cage could do, and I'm sorry, but if you don't think that shit is like fucking the pinnacle of acting, I would challenge anyone else. You act out that scene, and you try to make it fucking interesting. And I would love to see you to
I
do
mean,
fucking A through Z, mad about misfiling. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just
But that's what I'm
nailed
saying.
it.
Like he always does that. Like it might not even be the best performance, but he's always bringing something that's interesting to watch, which is the key thing for
Yeah,
film. Like you have just this little window to look at reality, and so like you always have to bring something fascinating so that like, you can lock people
yeah.
into that little window. And Nicolas Cage continues to bring it. I will say that I have not seen a movie, and I've seen a lot of his movies, especially in the more recent years, the 2010s up to now. Um,
See, I had her arms down to try to make her cat boobs pop, but now I'm thinking like if she's supposed to be working the audience, maybe she should have her hand out.
yeah, we don't necessarily have to show off her boobs. I mean, it's evocative and whatever, but like, there's so much,
Listen,
there's so many
she's
things,
Jessica Rabbit.
there's things that are
She's
so
Jessica
much cooler
Rabbit.
about
We're
her. Yeah,
showing the boobs.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if she's
but
Jessica
also,
Rabbit, then
but
we're
she's
showing
showing
the
them to the
boobs.
audience, probably. Yeah, then she's definitely flirty. It's the the way that cats rub their butts on you and stuff. And no, except for probably your cat. I
Well,
think
I
your cat
mean,
probably doesn't slut herself out as much, but a lot of cats I know just kind of slut themselves around.
yeah, I mean, my cat will, rub on me, but I think, I mean, we can still, I mean, the boobs are still, they still look correct. So that's mainly what I'm worried about here. It's like things looking correct.
It looks like
Um,
she's flashing the camera person, the person who's taking the picture of you or the
I
audience
mean,
versus
she
the.
probably don't care. It's like, I got this body, I got this cat feline body. You know it's hot.
Oh yeah, there's a collective crowd around her too, though, right? So she's
Oh yeah,
teasing,
yeah. See, that's what I'm
the
saying.
one
Like
guy, she's teasing all of them.
that's why I want you. That's why I was saying this earlier. Like I wanted you to know that I'm drawing, like the crowd later because I want to like have her position be like set so that there's like a like a. I feel like there's like a compass step, but also it's just easier to draw in the crowd like around her after. So
100%. Yeah, yeah. I totally saw that you were doing that, and I was like, yeah, I appreciate that. That's what you're doing, and I realized that what I was asking you to do is making it more complicated. Um, and then at the same time, I was like, yeah, but there's like it's like one of those keynotes that was in the script that she's like working the crowd. Um,
yeah,
and so I want to make sure like she's doing, which is like, you know, this is cool
s-
too. I feel like it put it more central in the frame, which is another thing which is good because again, Luna's like that. Um, the missions revolve around her. She's the main character in her mind because, of course, all cats are. They're their own main
right,
characters.
right.
Yeah. Um, so we definitely are gonna have an anthro following. Jack, how do you feel about that? I'm getting commissioned
I'm
and etc.
I don't have any problem with Anthro. Like I myself am not a furry.
Okay.
I don't partake. But I have no judgment against. I don't think it's like necessarily. I mean, people are it's their things, and like I like to tend to be a drab heterosexual. So like we're all cosplaying something really. So
Right,
it's
yeah,
not like I
exactly.
have anything like I don't have anything
Everyone's
like
kind of
against.
got a game that they enjoy. It's finding
Yeah,
someone you enjoy it
just a
with.
persona that allows them to get closer to what they feel like it's authentic.
Yeah.
Like I mean, honestly, all of us are not authentically like I subscribe to like the yoga theory where it's just like we're luminous beings, not this stuff. So like ultimately, it doesn't really matter how you present yourself. Um, it's whatever makes you feel good. You should be everyone should be on board with it. So I have nothing but love for my furry friends. Obviously, having sex with animals is weird.
Yeah,
I am
that when
wrong,
it when
and
it
if
crossed that
you're,
line to something that cannot consent.
yeah, if
That's
you're,
not that's where the line is, guys.
yeah,
In
we're
case you're
not doing any
wondering.
weird animal sex shit. And if you are on that animal sex shit, obviously get fucked. Like go fuck off. Like I personally don't want to have anything to do with you, and our thing is not about that.
Yeah,
It's like
that's definitely not
it's animals
that.
having sex with animals, or like being in love with animals. Which I mean, it's interspecies, but it's a comic, so it's just whatever. It's animals.
Well,
We're
and then
anthropomorphized those,
And then,
so
Jack, you just hit on the thing is that there's an interspecies relationship that forms on the show. So
yeah.
you know what I mean? Um, I
Absolutely.
I have some big questions about how that works out, generally because he doesn't even have genitalia that will work with a cat vagina.
Oh yeah,
So um, I I hope they
I
just
don't
look.
personally understand the mechanics of a lot of animal genitalia.
And
it's true.
here's the spoilers for season one is that their kid comes back from the future, which means that they do procreate successfully. So
This is
Huh.
what I'm thinking. Science has solved it all.
that
Like
I see, I was
finally,
that's where I
some.
was headed to. I was like, you know what? He built the pecker. He's, again, spoilers, brought the ghost back to life and stored her in a gem. So
Yeah. I mean, for me, like I wouldn't be disappointed if it was some kind of uh Demolition Man scenario where they're like experiential sex, like they're sensual, like love making is
oh
like
yeah,
something that's more
you exchange
like in
fluids,
like
right?
their mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's like that's no like that's something that we handle just in the sick bay. Like if we want to procreate, we'll like get that. We'll make sure that
right, yeah, yeah.
that new life form has every perfect opportunity because our science has made it so that it's going to be born a healthy, perfect specimen, and as healthy as can be. And that's where that is at. Like that's the way that procreation went in this universe, and sex and sensuality and like sharing a sensual experience went in a more like experiential psychedelic way.
Where you feel it
May
in
I
that.
add some pointers on the artistic direction of Miss Luna's boobies in this particular frame?
Sure, 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 sure.
Because this is the first time we see Luna. And
She's right above, but yeah, yeah, you're right, in the same panel.
one of the things I do want to say is that for her to be a spy and to be as nimble as she is, it doesn't make sense for her to also be that blessed in the chest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus cats have teeth. So to have the top two pronounced kind of is, I don't know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense anatomically, I guess. But I mean, ultimately they're humanoid. I get it. But
Right.
ultimately, like I said, the point being is like, in order for her to be nimble, I feel like she would have to be slim and
Yeah.
not be, more top heavy. So like a
Um,
gender skill per se.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure the direction from Cause was that she was voluptuous.
yeah,
She was curvy.
she has the same figure as Jessica Rabbit. Um,
Mm.
so yeah. But also, we see that when she changes out of this, she's going to change down to her scrubs, which are more like, I don't know. It definitely is like, it's not as sensual as this. I think this is when she's like dressed up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is an outfit that's meant to like crack them up. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, so we'll see her
I
change.
definitely.
Oh no, we actually don't get to see her. I don't think in this
Also,
scene we see her
I
change.
definitely thought Blessed in the Chest was gonna get a better reaction than it did.
It did. Thank you for repeating it. Um, you need your soundboard, dude. Like when you crack jokes, you need to have like a cowbell that goes off, so that we know it's time to laugh.
I just took the
um,
reggae air horn, just hit you with a.
um,
Fuck
what
around
was
me.
I,
I'll be
what was I
sounding like that
trying to
one
say?
dude from. I'll be sounding like the one dude from New York who premiered that Kanye and Jay-Z song. It took him 10 minutes to play like a 3-minute song because he kept scratching it back and just saying crazy ass shit.
Oh, I did not
That's
see
honestly
that.
one of my favorite clips from the internet. Is because like he scratches it back one time and then he goes, he says, he scratches it back and he does a big explosion. I'm sorry. And he says, "Hey yo, if you need a convenience store or bodega right now, go in there right now and reach into the cash register for no reason." And then like another explosion sound, and then he's like, "Dude, what are you right now?" I don't remember the name of the DJ, but dude, it's one of my favorite like just things that actually happened of all time.
Um, I do want to say that I do agree that if she is meant to be a spy, it would make more sense for her to have a sporty figure. But I think in World War II, there were you know like women who were you know basically honeypot type women for like Nazis, where they would be like singers and dancers and stuff, and would like
Oh yeah, to
lure
like
men,
pick
like
up
Nazi men,
information
to like
like in the bars and stuff.
pick up their information or kill them. Like there was the one woman,
Yeah.
she like literally like was a spy who was also, I don't want to say that she was like a prostitute or anything like that, but she was some kind of like sex worker adjacent type, but was like a spy for the British, I believe. And she literally racked up a double digit like death count on Nazis, like
Oh my
basically
God.
honeypotting them,
I mean,
like
first of all, good
learn
for
yeah,
her. Um,
yeah,
wow.
exactly, definitely good for her. Fuck all Nazis.
Yeah, exactly. If you got to do the Lord's work, you got to do it any way you can, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's that.
Fuck Nazis, but do not fornicate an SS member. Let's make that clear.
Right. Yeah.
No,
I
I don't
mean,
think she ever
don't
like
carry the
got to
baby.
penetration. I think it ended before any penetration happened. But I mean, I don't.
So guys, here's the thing about Luna though, is that we love her, and like she believes that she's fully capable of doing all the things that she's capable of, but she really isn't. Like, and I think we find that out more and more. Like she has like high aspirations, and she like has a lot of knowledge, but she's never been off Pussy Paradise, which is a pretty peaceful place. So, I mean, like her thing is that she's taken a mail order parkour class. Um,
Mail order parkour class was one of the funniest bits
this
I
joke
think
is so
that has
stupid.
crossed it so far. I didn't mean to cut you off, Skip, but that's very good.
No, I'm glad you chimed in because like that's an Aaron Cosby like classic right there. But yeah, no, the mail order parkour class for me is, oh God, it's just one of those things that it just demonstrates like how much she thinks she knows versus like actual practical knowledge. And she's a cat, for crying out loud, you know? Um,
Right. She's a cat, for crying out loud. She can't do
right. Well,
everything.
no, she could parkour. Like that's the thing is cats are like known for parkour. So that she has to take anything mail order to like learn to parkour is like silly because she should like naturally be able to do it. But she has no
Yeah.
experience in doing that because, obviously this time in their history, they've they've stopped doing that sort of thing. Um, she is yeah, so like she's more apt to get herself in trouble because she thinks she knows what she's doing versus actually saving the day. Like she's got medical training for sure, and spoilers at the end of episode 2, somebody dies on her watch. So
Whoa. No
yeah,
way.
yep.
Okay. Um, and we don't have to, but I kind of want to keep this pose here. I feel like it could work because I drew
Yeah.
in this like little entrance. You can kind of, it's like, can't really see it yet, but I kind of drew in this entrance for her to be coming in from. So her coming in and then going to the table and then going up on the stage, and then I was going to put her on the stage over here doing something too, and then she'd be down here with, these are the two Rooster boys.
How do you feel
She'd be
about
down here.
that table being the very center of the image? Because it would give that one with the entrance more space. And then she's almost like tied up to where the roosters are, and then like the eye like follows. I don't know. She's like the thing that leads, like balances between the two
Yeah.
images.
Yeah, the thing with that is that it kind of feels like it because I put this pillar right in the middle of the
Yeah.
here, so it would either have to be in front of or behind the pillar. I mean, I guess we could get rid of the pillar, but the reason I put the pillar there was so that there would be this like nice demarcation for action in the thing, like because as you
A-
read it, it kind of like
Absolutely
helps the
love the
flow.
pillar. Yeah, absolutely love it. So obviously, is it too weird to put it behind it?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
she's
see, that's the
she's
thing, because
gesturing
like
across the. It does break the
that would
imitate of the
mean, I mean,
crowd
there's going to be
table.
people in the crowd, but
Yeah,
that would mean that there would be somebody sitting here,
that's right. Yeah.
and there, and it just, I don't know, like, or they would be like, they wouldn't be sitting there because the table would probably be sticking out on both sides, right? So somebody would actually probably be sitting right here, and you couldn't even like see them. So
What if she
probably have
is,
somebody like,
what if she's just balancing that half of the frame where that she's like singing to part of the table and then the part of the table that you can't see is directly behind the pillar. So it's not taking up any extra space. It's like whatever. I guess it's mostly like there anyway, right? Like whoever's sitting
I
there.
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, because
Yeah,
then, I mean, then it's just gonna be like crowd people here
yeah.
instead of like,
Her doing
you
talking
know,
to the table, yeah.
her like doing something. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to redraw her, and you're not even really gonna be able to see her because then the table's gonna be side on, so she's gonna be side on in profile, and I just don't think that's gonna look as interesting. Um, I
So the
mean,
the only reason I'm suggesting all these things is I'm worried about crowding. And so what are your thoughts on that?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather it be crowded with her
Okay.
than with people that are ultimately not even going to matter. Because like, I'm going to have to put crowd people in,
Fact.
and if I
It,
can like if I can have her be like most of the crowd, I can put some people in, and then have it kind of like feel crowded, but all the action is still readable. Is like, or the reader is still just like reading a lot of the action is like her doing stuff. It will feel crowded, but it won't actually be because there'll only be like some like NPC.
See, and Jack, I
like
like that idea because later on in the episode, we learn that the feelings cat food makes cats not want to move or do anything.
yeah,
So,
all the
Skip,
cats
I
are
don't know
really
about you, but me personally, I wouldn't imagine a lot of people in this nightclub or in this jazz club.
That's probably true. The only thing we need necessarily is that everybody in there is fat. But
Right.
and then
So
that
you can
is
have
that
like
is
two
true.
or three fat people.
Yeah. So and then Jack, on the opposite side of this panel, it's just her and the Cox, right? Like, and we'll see like the crowd in the background. Is that kind of what the idea
Yeah,
is?
like I was going to do another one of her doing another. I was going to do another thing of her doing something at the stage here. Again, working the crowd basically, but just like on the stage on this side, and then yeah, she was like, this is her right here. Um, like we're
So
basically like working the Peter and Richard.
gotcha. All the action that you're seeing happening here is happening within the space of like 2 or 3 bars,
Right, right.
like about 15
About
seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's why. I mean, that's why it makes sense to me because it's like she comes in with like a big motion and is
Right.
like dancing, and then like comes right up to the table and points, hops up on the stage and does like another motion, goes to the other side of the stage and does something else,
okay,
and then
I got you.
comes
I got you.
down and
Okay.
like gets into so like it's a me like the motion all like makes sense and is like spaced in a
So I
like
see. So she's moved from the table back up to the stage down to them. Okay.
yeah, she like probably jumps onto the stage like with like a
I'm about to say, I do think it's a sassy thing for her to step up onto the table and then, just second step up onto the stage. Like she's not on the
Yeah,
table for
exactly.
long, but how you've
Yeah.
drawn it is kind of like what's implied there is like she steps onto the table and then steps up onto the stage, in
Yeah.
a sultry manner, of course,
Yeah, I can't
Right.
complain about
So
more Luna. So you're gonna do that same sort of thing on the other side then that you're saying too. So we just see like
yeah,
her doing a
exactly.
bunch of this panel is about Luna and how sassy she is. Cool. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
about that.
because you imagine if she's like in the pose that I put her on the stage there, where she's kind of like this, she could like run to the other side of the stage and she could do like a point, where she like she's like and then she's like and then
See,
like
and
she
also
comes
too,
down
like
off the stage.
it's kind of implied that like she gets excited because you know that if there's a stage, there's a point where you should enter on. But instead, no, she
Yeah.
enters from the other room and steps up onto the stage and she does it her own way. So this
Yeah,
is I feel like this is a really good way to get introduced to Luna. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, she is.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she is capable of like
Sorry.
pulling off the things. You're all good. I didn't see the full vision, obviously, so that's cool. We're good. Uh,
Glad that we were able to talk about it because yeah, like it's a definitely like important panel. Or not panel, but just like an important, I don't know, thing to depict, important moment, important
And plus, like, who am I?
story.
I'm just some bitch.
no, well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
you've definitely read through the script a bunch of times, and know who this character is, especially as we continue to develop her, um, in the
That's
upcoming
what's fun about
episodes.
doing the read-throughs is that it helps me remember the premises.
Yeah, and like just like who they are and who they become. Like Kate's depiction of her
Right.
is fantastic. So
There were actually a couple of things I wanted to talk to you, I think, post-production tonight about the second episode.
okay, cool. Yeah,
With
I've
like the
had some
race scene.
thoughts also. Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
about as
could
far as I'm
talk.
gonna go with that. I don't want to spoil
Cool.
anything if we hadn't already addressed it on Drawn with Jack, but
I don't think we have.
there are multiple episodes in the works right now,
Yeah,
fellas.
yeah,
We
exactly.
are going as hard as we possibly can.
That's one of them. If those you guys, if you ever wanted to catch that conversation, you could catch in the Discord, and you can always catch the Discord at coxinspace.com, coxinspace.com, and get join up with the rest of the crew. So yeah, you can hang out with us most nights of the week except for Monday and Wednesday, which are
Yeah, come hang out.
coincidentally the nights that Jack is streaming the Rocket League. How's that going, man?
Rocket League, indeed.
Yeah, Rocket
Uh,
League Pro over here, bro. I forgot about that, dog.
Hardly, not even. Don't.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's.
Dude, you don't give yourself enough credit. Rocket League is a
I,
hard fucking
I,
game to
I,
play, dude.
well, it's not
It
pro though.
is.
I mean, you can be very good at it, but
Yeah.
I don't, I
Pros
don't
are
know.
on the
Jack, do you have
pros are built
sponsorship?
completely different, dude. Like pros are on a completely different level. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm too old to be. I like. There's no way that I could ever go pro like these days. But yeah, like my favorite pro, Squishy Muffins. Like, if you ever like watched him play a game and then watched me play a game, you'd be like, wow, Jack, you need to tighten up. But I appreciate it. Dude, I've been getting better. I'm ranked champ right now, like my season rewards and my
That is
2v2
nothing to
rank.
see that.
It's the top 9% of players worldwide. So yeah, like I mean,
What the fuck?
as a
Like the Rocket League, bro. Come on now.
as a plus as a so yeah, like it's not like I'm out here just streaming garbage, but it's not, like pros are on a completely different level. Like I did, and it's like it's amazing, like to watch them. There's actually going to be this weekend. So this weekend is the RLC like World's Championship LCQ, which is the last chance qualifier.
Yeah,
So
qualified.
so you can get the wild card qualifier position this
Nice.
weekend if you win. So it's actually like a really big weekend for Rocket League, and you're gonna
What?
see like a lot of hungry pro teams competing this weekend. And I mean it is those games. A really good pro game is just amazing to watch because they're playing so fast, they're reacting so quick, and they're not missing. Dude, when I play, I whip at least a dozen balls every game. I mean, that's at the very least. I'll whip a dozen. These pros, it's major fucking news if they whiff one ball in a match.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
these guys are fucking, and they're kids. It's amazing like how good they are.
When you say kids, you mean 12 to 15, or do you mean 18 to 23?
like like I think 16 is the youngest. It might be 15 because of like work labor laws, is the youngest that you could be on an org. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean like basically like 15, 16 to like 21-year-olds. That's like pretty much the pro peak. Like by the time you're in your mid-20s, your brain, like when your brain does its final developmental thing, it just like there's like some snappiness that goes away. Like
Like you lose
That's
some of
fair.
that fine motor skill, man.
Yep.
And I'll tell you how I know this. Just speaking of video games, and I wanted to comment about this earlier. Just talking about surf ninjas and good ninja stories. Man, so have Jack, have you played Mortal Kombat 11?
dude, have I?
The
Yeah.
story mode was fucking immaculate.
Yeah, dude, I like
There
the
were parts
story.
of it that looked like a movie. I was enthralled.
Yeah, dude, I like the story better than Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you played Mortal Kombat 1 at all, the rebooting of the
I
franchise.
hadn't, no.
I did. I watched a Let's Play of the story mode, and dude, the story in 11 is way better than the story in.
Dude, the Mortal
Really?
Kombat 11 story, like I said, I was enthralled. I started it at like 11 o'clock last night, just thinking, yeah, I'm just play a little Mortal Kombat before bed. I downloaded it a couple weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
downloaded it because I wanted to play the story mode. Because I think one of the last Mortal Kombat games I'm playing, and I'm, dating myself hardly, I guess, but Mortal Kombat Armageddon on PlayStation 2 was one of the
Okay.
last like Mortal Kombat games that I had played like the story mode of.
Gotcha.
And it was really interesting because it was almost like a free roam thing where like there was almost zero, or I mean, I'm not gonna say there was almost zero. There was a few, quite a few of like the actual like like classic arcade Mortal Kombat style fights that happened. But there was also like free roam where there was like a different style of fighting where it was like roguelite where you'd run around like punch and kick people and you could do combos on them and stuff. But it was like you were fighting, it was also like it
Yeah.
was like a wave fighter too, where like you're coming in and you're like fighting enemies and going and finding treasure and shit. Mortal Kombat
Wait, are you
Armageddon had a
talking
really
in
good
an
story mode.
open map?
Yeah.
I mean, you were heavily
Like,
guided in
okay,
in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, but it was more or less open. Like anything that you
okay.
had explored before you had advanced the level, you could go back and like look through for treasure and stuff.
Wow, that's a really fun way to play the game. And that's where all your fights
Dude,
come
and it
from.
really was, like I said, and that was kind of what I was looking forward to because I was like, man, if they followed that trend, this would be really cool. So I started the story not really knowing what to expect, and it was, dude, very cinematic. Told an awesome story about how Raiden turned dark, and Raiden was always like a hero of Earthrealm.
What?
And man, I didn't even play. I didn't even play like some of the last video games, and I understood everything that was going on. They told the story beautifully. If that was the first Mortal Kombat game you ever played, it didn't matter because they told the story adequately enough that it made sense with the characters that you were presented with.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes you kind of had cheesy parts where characters would have to sit there and like explain our own backstory. Like, what do you mean? We went to school together, type shit.
Yeah, that's because they're trying to make it accessible to new players, which
Right.
I
Right.
mean, it's funny that you say that you had played any other Mortal Kombats because this Mortal Kombat is actually not the one that got people back to playing it. It was actually Mortal Kombat 9.
And why is that?
Which is, because that was the first one that came out that, again,
it was a new gen console, I believe, too. That was the first one that came out on Xbox One, huh?
No, that might have been the first one to come out on Xbox One, but it was also on 360. It came out in 2011. Okay. So it came out for both. But or it might have come out in 2010. But anyway, it was the first one that had like a story mode that is similar to 11, and definitely had that cinematic, that cinematic feel of like the new era of NetherRealm games. And it also had graphics that the graphics, the 3D Mortal Kombat graphics finally felt next gen. The whole
okay, cool.
PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 era, pretty much the whole Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era, the graphics for Mortal Kombat games were still in that kind of like middle state where they were getting better, but it still felt like they were behind games like Tekken and Street Fighter. Definitely behind like Street Fighter.
Like Soul Calibur and shit. I remember always like I would every time I played a new Soul Calibur game, I was like, wow, What a
Yeah,
visually stunning fighting game.
yeah. And the games like Dead or Alive, like dude, Dead or Alive on Xbox, like that was like the gold standard for graphics for a long time. Um,
Man, I
yeah,
remember the first time I played Dante's Inferno.
is that what it
Dante's
is?
Inferno was a great fucking game. It was Xbox 360, and it's literally based on Inferno by Dante.
Oh, I do remember
Right.
that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
do remember that game. Yeah.
it's about a crusader who descends the 7 layers of hell, and dude, it's one of the craziest like roguelite horror games I've ever played in my life. It goes hard as shit though, because you go down there with like you literally like face death in like the first level and you kill him. And you take his spine and his scythe blade and you make your own weapon out of it, where you're literally using the spine, like the whole spinal column of death himself with his sickle as the blade, and you're running through like slaying demons through all the 7 layers of hell, and then you go and
Yeah.
fight the devil to try and save your wife.
What
Exactly
the
the way that
fuck?
Dante wrote it.
It
Exactly. I
goes
mean,
hard as fuck
based
though.
on a true story. Um,
Loosely based.
loosely based on
Loosely.
a fictional masterpiece.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it definitely goes hard. Like I would consider that one of the best games made after like 2005.
Um, but Mortal Kombat, it definitely had life breathed into it by 9 and 10. 10 was a lot darker. I actually didn't like 10 as much as 9, but 10 was definitely the one that was like the best by the community. The community fucking loved 10, ate it up,
The
and
thing that the thing that put me off of Mortal Kombat 10 was that was when they started adding all the bullshit characters. They put like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, and they're just trying to, start. That was when I started noticing, like, all right, they're
yeah.
cash grabbing,
Well,
and I was like,
they
all right, is this just gonna be Madden again? But then Mortal Kombat 11
Yeah, well, Mortal Kombat
did that
11
as
did that
well.
too, and 9 did it also. Freddy Krueger and Predator were in. Well, no, Predator was not in Mortal Kombat 9. Who was the other character that
Like,
was
dude,
in Mortal Kombat 9? Freddy Krueger
like
and somebody else. Oh, Kratos! Kratos was in
No
fucking Mortal
crap.
Kombat.
Oh my God. Kratos.
I think
Yeah,
nowadays you can get the T800. You can
yeah.
get I think you can get Ghostface or some shit, which is crazy as fuck because it's not like he's like a mutant or a superhuman or he has special powers or anything. He's not
Well,
super fast. He can do with a knife and a phone.
like you said, they're cash
Like,
grabbing. So like, it's
how does he compete?
yeah. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
just like
that's
it's kind of
Fortnite all
ridiculous.
over it.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but and again, like it's because to me, it's like cool because it's like, yeah, Mortal Kombat is a thing where it's just like you want to see like classic characters in Mortal Kombat, like
Right, right.
that's like
And
like
you
it
can't
doesn't even
also
really
fault
matter
them
like how
for
they
that.
got there. Yeah, like it's just like you want to see like fucking the
Yeah, it's like the
Terminator.
15-year-old. Yeah, it's like the 15-year-old in all of us wants to see Freddy Krueger fight a T800.
Exactly. Yeah,
And be the person who's doing it. Yeah, know the
yeah,
moves to the
Right.
T800. Yeah.
yeah,
I want to be Freddy versus Jason for a second time and have it be,
Right.
equally as terrible.
exactly, and enjoy how terrible it is because it's Freddy versus Jason, and they're just supposed to like do like wildly gory shit, and
Facts.
that's why I love them.
That's how you felt about the movie.
But
I didn't like it. Even like the movie Freddy versus Jason. I think it was
oh
like
no, it was
2001,
definitely
2002.
Oh no, yeah,
that's not
yeah, cash grab. It's not. I mean, you could call it
yeah,
canon, and they've done a better job in comic books. But it's not as
it's
good as it
not
could have been.
It was not a great movie.
it's not the best one by far. Although I'm not see this is not where I'm like good at horror because I was never big into like the Friday the 13th or the uh the Jason movies, like those weren't like my bag. Like I was always more about movies like It, The Thing, Alien. Uh,
Did you like Prometheus?
no, I mean I didn't
No.
hate it. Yeah, I didn't hate it, but Prometheus to me, like Alien. I mean,
I went into it not understanding that it was even a prequel until it happened.
yeah. I mean, Alien is not
Like
I
about
think that's the best way to
these
experience
like
it,
lore
honestly.
things. Alien, like the new Alien Romulus, got it right, in my opinion.
Alien
Alien is
Romulus is
about
super fun. I'll give you all the money for that. Yeah. It's a fantastic film. They kind of brought it
Yeah.
back to why the movie was fun and scary, and they breathed new life into
Yeah.
the franchise. So yeah, I'll definitely give you that.
I mean, it didn't try to explain shit. I mean, I guess it did kind of try to explain shit. It just tried to kind of like pull everything together in the franchise, but it just really tried to tell a story of like some really like some scary shit. I mean, it was really a story about kids trying to get away and like start a future for themselves, you know, like trying to get off. But again, they run into the fucking alien on this fucking thing, trying to get out of here, and like it just that's it. And I mean,
I
dude,
do think one of the craziest things that they included in Prometheus was the live action alien abortion. What the fuck, guys?
again, that's the medical horror, which Alien
Yeah,
has
the
done.
bot.
Like
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can say whatever you want about Prometheus, but the body horror that they do in that movie is fantastic, and it's intentional,
Dude, yeah,
and
that's what
it's
I'm saying. Like some of
like
that shit
I
was
think
too
that's part of the
goofy,
reason why
bro.
people
Like
hate that movie so much is because they did their job too good. And so like it's
that was
really like
horrifying.
their goal of that
Because
movie
like,
is to fuck with your head,
oh
and
my
they do
god,
it. Like it's so few like horror movies do I walk away from being like absolutely like horrified because I
yeah,
can feel it crawling
disgusted.
under my skin. That's one of them. There's a French movie about a woman who has a car accident and loses her baby, so she goes after the woman whose baby and like cuts the baby out of her. That's the only other one because
Oh my
this
god.
body, yeah, body horror to me is like the most like disgusting because it's so visceral, and like effective horror to me. So like that's why like I think Prometheus is great, but there's a lot of complaints about it. But I think that people don't like it
Huge
because of that.
grin.
Yeah, like it's not the
If
slimy
you can see
alien
the
action
huge grin
movie.
I have across my face right now, dude.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that spit on your grave?
no.
but you talk about the
Oh my
first one, or you
god.
talk about the remake?
So there's 3 movies. All of
Okay,
them have the same basic premise,
you
but
talk
they're
about
all a little bit different.
you talk about the remakes. You're not talking about the '70s original movie.
I had not seen the original one from the 70s.
Yeah.
I've seen the 3 remakes that were made in the 2010s.
Okay, so this is the thing
And
you have to know about the that franchise is that franchise is pared down from the original movie. The original movie,
I'm sure.
yeah, it's so disgusting. Like the setup for that premise for that first like movie is so hard to watch. I will never watch that movie again. Like I was like when I was watching,
No,
I was
like
like, oh shit, like
dude, like even
See,
stop.
that's Antichrist to me.
Yeah, same with
So,
Antichrist, and it has a lot of that body horror, like God, yeah, the scissors and the woman, just like
yeah,
that's
there's
enough.
some
That there's some things that I'm
that's enough.
I'm good. I've
That's
seen it.
bro.
I've
enough.
No,
seen
like
it. You know,
in the second one,
Whoa,
it gets
that's
really
enough.
that's
gruesome.
enough.
Just imagine
Like Willem
someone
Dafoe
coming in the
and
middle of the scene that we're talking about an
yeah,
Antichrist, and
yeah.
it's just being like, whoa, that's enough. Whoa, that's
Right, just yeah, turn off the projector.
Whoa,
Like I'm out of here. I'm
whoa.
taking my popcorn. I don't need a refill. I'm not coming back. Thank you. Thank you. Uh,
Adios.
yeah.
This is $7 fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Uh,
anyway.
so fun fact
But
about that
no,
movie,
the
of course, is
2010
that
remakes.
Willem Dafoe was replaced by a body double because he is too large that he's distracting.
It doesn't make any sense. Have you ever seen
Willem
the
Dafoe?
hog there? Yeah, no. Have you seen the hog? There are
Oh,
pictures. I mean, dude,
his
it doesn't
Willem
make
Dafoe's hog?
sense.
his
Well, his wang, his
Defoe
enormous
That's what I'm
wang.
saying. Like his,
Defoe's enormous
that's what I'm saying.
way.
Like his hog. Like I didn't know he
Yeah,
had
yeah.
I didn't know he was packing. Really, I
Well,
didn't know he was
so-
built
Packing
like
is
that.
not the word. I mean, the dude is
So-
like overstuffed. Like, I mean, the man has a
my
fucking
God.
log. Yeah.
So
the
one of
man
my
has a
favorite
fucking log.
one of my favorite things about this moment in particular is that Jack keeps looking over to his right, which makes me believe that he actually has a picture of it on that monitor, which he keeps referring back to look. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing
Hell
right now,
yeah.
but he got hella. He dangling
Dude,
brain,
I'm
dog.
looking at myself to make sure that I'm like
You're
on the
expressing
screen.
properly.
But dude, like, yeah, like I will, envision the hog because I mean, it's just like we have to
He
remember.
got
Like
it.
I didn't.
He got it.
But no, for
It's
real,
a
I didn't know he was packing.
No, I
What-
I had heard that and I also didn't
mean,
believe that, but then I heard it again and I was like, all right, this is not like a, He removed his bottom
If you
ribs kind
ever,
of story.
he was in
Hey Jack,
some
she's only got
like
4 fingers.
oh, okay. Well, here, let me get rid of this pinky.
Bang, bang, bang,
I
bang.
was wondering if it was a 4 finger scenario. I thought we had discussed that, and I was like, did we?
Well,
Thankfully, you drew it at a very good angle where it looked
Yeah,
realistic, but could also be easily erased.
yeah.
That
yeah.
was like
Well, I
magic.
saw
It
you're
was like, oh,
moving
Cliff, you
towards
agree?
it, so I
Boom,
was like, yeah,
motherfucker.
this is the time to strike.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Welcome to
the
Drawing with
chicken,
Jack.
the chickens have John the Jack, who pulls off the miracle of drawing. We get to witness it. Um, so yeah, the chickens have 4 fingers. I figured she probably does too. The Simpsons joke is that only God has 5 fingers. I think the animation rule is 4 fingers. It's easier to animate. Um,
Gotcha.
but I don't know exactly if
Yeah.
that's still true or if that was just true when people were like drawing all the images, hand drawing all the images. Oh, sorry, I took us off track there. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't even
No, no,
I
no,
don't even have
no,
the way
no,
back
no.
in.
It's fine. I was actually waiting for the right moment to, because it's really wild that Logan asked me if I play Mortal Kombat because
Right.
here, I mean, we'll just take like a quick break for, because the great thing about Mortal Kombat is that the matches are very short.
Are you
But
also
Yeah,
are you
it's
also
quick.
streaming your Mortal Kombat?
oh yeah. And
Hell yeah, cool. Might have to
I
So
tune in
have
for
that,
that,
guys,
bro.
again, that's on Monday and Wednesday. You can find all this information
so
on coxinspace.com under contact.
I have I have fought against a lot of uh good players, but dude, some of the best.
Are all these clips of just you getting iced?
No. Some of them are me getting iced, but some are me icing other people. So
Hell yeah.
um let's see. Here,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
just
keep it
play.
fair. Let's keep it fair. Let's see one of each.
Okay. Well, yeah, exactly. Here, we'll watch
Uh, uh,
this one of this rank set of me playing a scorpion. Now, again, my character is Kung Lao. That's the one character I've put the time into.
nice.
So I'm
Nice.
always going to be the Kung Lao.
But right now you're Scorpion.
No,
No. I'm
he's
Kung
a
Lao
Kun
in this
Lao,
one.
Oh,
but he's fighting a Scorpion, whoever the player is.
I'm
okay, you're
fighting a
fighting
scorpion.
Scorpion. I will also take this moment to say that tonight's beer sponsor is Yingling, America's oldest lager. One of the best mass-produced beers that you can drink. Buy Yingling, man.
Yeah. Also,
You know,
we're
don't
probably going
drink
to be
that piss. Don't drink.
cutting this bit out.
All y'all hype up Miller Lite and Coors Light. Nah, ain't got no flavor to it. It's carbonated water. Drink you something that's got a little flavor. Drink Yingling.
Always go with flavor.
All right, so that's our reach out to Yingling. If this segment gets kept in because we get past the YouTube censors, I'm about it. I mean, I would support Yingling. We'll get shots of Logan drinking that beer and enjoying it for sure. And
Absolutely.
you know, we can talk about what a permanent endorsement looks like. Oh, dang,
Also,
dude.
did you tell
Dang,
Jack
dude.
about I think it was. Oh man, you gotta get the fatality on him.
No,
He just punched him.
this is a ranked match, so I never do fatalities in a ranked match because it's
That's
like
fun, but
Why is that?
It's almost funnier that you just punch him in the face and they just fall over. And after all the carnage that just ensued, you almost cut him in half with the razor hat,
right.
and then you
No,
just punch him in the face. That's one of the funniest things about Mortal Kombat is that like no matter how much carnage happens, they always get up for a second round.
Right, yeah, exactly. You just saw a spine
Ooh.
break, for instance. Yeah,
yeah,
or his
no, like
face
he
there.
just fractured my skull, and I'm
Is he
still
just
like,
spamming the fucking hook?
He's like, round two.
yeah. Well, I mean, Scorpions Online. I mean, they're going to spam
that's
the
like
teleport.
that's the meta. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the two moves that he has.
See, he's mad that he
Gotcha.
got worked in the last set, so now he's just like turtled up and blocking. But I'm trying to poke him here because he got some really good like damage on me. But see how I'm just like
You just gotta eat him up a little bit. Yeah.
Grab him.
Yeah, and then one of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I'm adapting to the adaptation here. Yeah, so like,
Got him.
see,
Got him. Eat that combo kick, fatal blow.
Yeah, dude. I
Uh,
mean, he thought that he could turtle up on me, but you notice he had the really good like first half of the match, but I adapted and I came
yeah.
back and completely fucking whooped him. So it's about to be real for this guy. Look, I knew he was gonna jump to right there. He's mad that I
The
knew he
crusher
was
ball,
gonna,
off rip is wild.
yeah. Oh, I thought he would jump in. I was just gonna grab him. See, dude, he doesn't know how to counter.
Yeah. I can't sit here
Oh,
and act like I'm good and know what I'm doing, but I'm respecting the gameplay, dude. Like,
Yeah, there wasn't very much shading in the Mortal
oh, he got me
Kombat
on
that
that
I
one.
played.
like I said, I mean, honestly, a visually a stunning video game.
Absolutely.
You
Dude,
know,
I think it has the
as
best
far as
graphics of
they
any
go,
fighting game. I still think it has the best graphics. I don't like the graphics in Mortal Kombat 1. I think this one is still peak.
Oh man, so yeah, no,
see,
but
like
they've
as far as I
definitely.
say, you know, like graphically, this is better than like your modern like Ghost Recons and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, oh yeah, like this is better than like Rainbow Six and shit. Like, and this game came out what 3 or 4 years ago?
This game came out in 2019, I want to say. So
Oh my
yeah,
God,
like
Wow.
yeah,
COVID
6
time
years
warp,
ago.
ladies and gentlemen, it
I know
happened.
exactly.
Yeah, the fucking time warp. It'll get you.
Bang, bang, this fucking
There
shit.
we go. Brutality.
See, and
That's
also
the
I
way.
respect it, dude, because Kung Lao, I couldn't play as Kung Lao. I don't like Kung Lao.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Um,
I understand. I get it. That's why I don't play with any other characters because like I played with Kung Lao once, and that was the character for me. I knew I played with some other characters before, but I played with Kung Lao and I was like, yeah. So let's see. I think this is one of my early matches, but I get really fucked up in this one. I get really fucked up in this one, but this is like an early game.
and hang on, Jack, before you go back to drawing, I used to play Battlefield a lot. I used to play Battlefield 1.
Uh,
And here recently, I played. I say here recently, maybe probably a year ago or so. I hit a pretty good clip, and I think I sent it to Skip like the day that I hit it. But I would like to share it with you.
okay, no
Let me
problem.
see.
Yeah, drop it in
It's nothing
chat.
super fancy. I fancy myself a hell of a shot. Let me see here.
Damn. This Devora boy, she just does not fucking.
Yeah, that's a new character. I've never seen her before. That's a terrifying type of creature.
Yeah, Devore is fucking scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wow. They really, I
Devore is
mean,
fucking horrifying.
yeah. So give
He's
it
a
up to
hive
Mortal
mind and
Kombat for
refresher
always,
or something,
always
but this
being ahead
one,
of the curve on really scary shit.
Yeah.
But then also, I mean, the old scary has now become passe, so they've definitely leveled it up. Holy cow!
They've done it twice. Oh, I didn't.
Can she
I
use
just got
those
so
arms
lucky
to
there
grab
because
at
I
that
dropped my
distance?
combo. What'd you ask, sorry?
So you know how you can like grab players? Are her long is her
Oh yeah.
reach longer because she has those arms?
Um. Well, her reach is long because she has that move. Like you saw that move where she like webbed me up. She can drop that on you from anywhere. She just like goes
Oh
up into
shit!
the air and comes down on top of you. So she does have grab reach that way.
Wow. Okay.
that that was kind of what I liked about Raiden is that he has two forms of the lightning bolt, like one if you're close and one if you're far. So I really fucked with Raiden in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
Raiden
Did
might be
she
one of my
perfect
favorite.
Raiden's
you?
OP. Raiden's OP in MK11. I mean, he has some
Yep.
really. Oh yeah, he has some really powerful, really quick moves. He has some. He has that move where he like comes in. He does like some punches and then he like zooms and like goes behind you and grabs you and then like, throws you over his hip.
Dirty.
It is so hard to do anything about that.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a grab too, where it's like because like I hadn't played him competitively. I only played him in story, so I don't know the full move list. I just saw like what was highlighted on the pause menu.
Yeah. See
Boy.
this Devora new
Wow.
thing.
Yeah,
Cow in the corner, just
that is a
yeah.
brutal kill.
Uh,
Definitely. Or that player. Definitely.
but like I said, bro,
Gotcha.
But before we go back to drawing, I'd like you to check the chat
Oh, you did put
and
it.
check this sick
Nice.
clip that I hit. I like to call this: if you're gonna hit the king, you better kill the king. There's a guy who took a shot at me, right? I'm over here. Yeah, like I'm over here checking out the scene, right? I take a shot. I'm like, damn. And he almost hit me on the second one. If I didn't back up, he would have got me because he's rocking with a semi-auto. I got a bolt action, but I got him.
Oh, I see him.
He takes that other shot. There you are, bitch.
Oh,
Good night.
that was a nice shot. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, that was one of the only good ones I've ever had. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, I wish I still had stuff from my Call of Duty days, man. Like I didn't really record like a whole lot.
See, like, yeah, like in the 360 era, you needed advanced software. You needed like the SSD and like the
exactly.
capture cards and shit like that to be able to do that. So, but man, I had some legendary matches playing capture the flag and stuff where I was just tack knifing on Modern Warfare 2. Marathon lightweight tack knife playing capture the flag with like 4 of my buddies. Dude, it was over with for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I did not have like a really good squad to play with because my the squad that I had been playing like shooters with, they basically all like moved on to other games after Modern Warfare 4 came out because the squad that I ran with,
it wasn't the same anymore. COD changed, man. I feel like after World War II was the last one that I tried to play seriously. And then after that, like especially too, like when I was playing when I was playing Call of Duty World War II, like I was pretty decent. I think I had a positive KD. I think my KD was like 1.1 point something, which was one of the first Call of Duties that I had a positive KD. But also, motherfuckers couldn't wall jump anymore, baby. You're playing at my level again, son. Over here, let me whip that ass.
That's funny. Yeah, like
because like the last few years before that was like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 already had jetpacks and shit. So I was like, oh, we ain't got jetpacks anymore? Let me show you how to play.
Yeah, see, so like I had played the shit out of Call of Duty 3, and my squad, my clan that I was a part of, like we played the shit out of that one, and we really loved that game. And so Modern Warfare came out, and I mean it was fun, but some of my friends, they were like, I'm kind of over this because it's just like pretty, it's pretty, like noobified. Like they were just like angry. They were angry at how, basically simple the gameplay had gotten, especially with like kill streaks. So they all were like, I'm not playing this anymore. I ended up playing it all on my own.
Blows me away.
I heard a lot of what turned people off of modern gaming, and I mean me personally as well, it wasn't like the way the games were made or anything like that. I would give anything a shot. Like I tried Warzone. I enjoyed it for the time that I did play it. But when I was playing Warzone and around when I was playing Black Ops and stuff, I started realizing, I was like, man, there's people who do this for a living. And, like record clips to like post on YouTube and stuff. And then soon that became Twitch streaming. And if you want to ask me, bro, and it's no offense to you, bro, because I know you don't stream FPSs or anything like that. And you're not the type of guy to go and be like, oh, yeah. But it's that type of person that has ruined the casual gaming aspect. First person shooting and shit like that. Like me personally as a casual gamer, like I can't just go as a hobbyist gamer who plays like on the weekends. I can't go and play Call of Duty. This shit is not enjoyable to me because I get worked every fucking time by people who are streaming who have 2 followers. Be like, oh yeah, chat, just got him with the AK-47, and like they have like this crazy ass like fucking meta build, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I have a job. I'm gonna come at you with an M16. That's all I got. I'm a level 3. Just let me have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it is true that like gaming has changed from just like 10 years ago, where like There's just
Yeah,
not.
not like it was a hobby.
Well, and yeah, there wasn't as much money in esports, and now
Mhm.
I think it's more that people just have access to more information. Like there just wasn't the same level of information like 10 years ago when it came to competitive gaming, in terms of
Yeah.
the way to approach like training. But now um I think that gaming is, at least for people who do want to be more competitive, it is actually like a little bit better. Maybe not better for the casual gamer for the reasons that you said, because there's just like more people out there that are like wanting to be competitive and like
Yeah.
Truly,
getting there. But
truly.
like there's a lot of resources for competitive gamers now. If you have the time, there's like a lot of ways to learn that weren't around when I was like I never played competitively, but I've been there since the beginning of online gaming, basically. Like, I was playing deathmatch, you know, uh, Half-Life. I was playing Half-Life deathmatch back in 1999.
Oh,
Um,
man.
yeah, basically, exactly.
Yeah.
Basically, my first foray into like real online gaming, and dude, I fucking wrecked at that. And like again, there wasn't anything like now they have like whole like games that are just like aim trainers, where like if you want to seriously compete, like you have to spend so much time in the day on one of these aim trainers, which is exactly like you're saying, like that's not casual. But
Wow.
if
Yeah,
you
it's
want to be
definitely
able to
not.
compete, like you kind of have to do that. Um but
Right. And it's not shitty that I get stuck in the same lobbies with dudes who do 4 hours worth of aim training and I just got off an 8 hour shift. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
it's
Like
Right.
that's really what fucks shit up, It's like you really have in this day and age you have professional gamers. And then you also have this opposite spectrum. It's like these people who sure like to play video games every now and again, but don't want to be labeled as a quote unquote gamer because they don't want to be like, oh, you're that sweaty guy who doesn't shower and spends 9 hours a day on his video game. No, you know, I
Excuse
spend
me,
9 hours
sir?
on Saturday
Yeah.
and I shower. I might drink a 12 pack in between it, but god damn it, I like
Right.
a little college football.
I mean, I think there should be communities out there for people that do want exactly what you want. And this is the reason that I always advocate for accessibility in games, because,
Yeah,
like, people
we, we
will
need we
say
need
that,
to bring back casual gaming, man.
yeah. Well,
and
I think
and
this
there
is why
is.
it's good, like, because isn't there like in the new Mario Kart, isn't there like a mode where you can't like fall like all the way behind? Like
Yeah, well, no, that's always been a thing. It's called rubber banding.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a Mario Kart person, but I know that people were complaining about some mode in Mario Kart, where you just like get help if you're just like someone who's like constantly falling behind. And I think
Yeah,
I think that that's like there was like a similar thing in a Star Fox game way back in the 2010s, where it was like a mode where you couldn't die, and people complained. And I remember hearing some people be like, this is actually like a good thing, because, there are some people out there who like exactly what you were talking about, Logan. They were like, they don't have the time to put in to be as good as, a lot of these like snooty players that are like, who's using that?
right.
Because, like you said, like they have other things to do. Like
Right.
they're
They just want to have
taking
fun.
showers, they're
Yeah.
watching college football.
Right.
So,
See, and well, no, and I meant that I would spend 9 hours a day on Saturday playing the college football video game.
right.
But also,
Okay.
I had the experience a couple of years ago, and I mean, God forbid any of those guys hear this. God bless them if they do. I don't mean any harm in saying this if these guys ever do hear this, but man,
We could say.
me and my buddy started playing Elder Scrolls Online a couple years
Okay.
ago,
Okay.
and we essentially approached it as a 10-year-old would RuneScape. Like we were just like, okay, we're characters in this medieval world. Let's run around and do things. We can kill monsters. We can cut trees down. We can
Oh,
make
geez.
things. We can go on quests and do fun stuff.
Yeah. Elden
And
Ring like
then
RuneScape.
well, no, this was Elder Scrolls Online,
Oh, Elder Scrolls. Gotcha.
essentially like
Okay.
yeah, like Skyrim, but online.
Yeah.
Tamriel.
Right. I think it was literally called Tamriel Unlimited. Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited, I think is what it's called.
Fun, fun.
So me and my buddy, like I said, we're just running around having a great time, fucking around. Like we had collected armor. I was a mage, he was an archer. We were just running around, just like killing monsters and going on quests and going to little caves and exploring shit. And I was like, dude, I was talking to him. I was like, dude, I could play this game for fucking 10 years. There's so much content in it. Like we could just run around and just do whatever for however long. And he's like, yeah, dude, it'd be cool. So one day we were standing around like in one of the town squares and we saw a guy like doing push-ups or something. Like it was clearly like a high level dude who was like like sitting there like emoting and like doing push-ups and like break dancing and shit, like doing windmills and shit. And me and Slayton are over there like, dude, that's pretty cool, like hell yeah. And then he recruits us into a guild
What?
that ruined the entire experience of the game for me.
Oh my God.
What?
Yes,
How so?
because I was essentially told like, yeah, that you like the story of the game, no point. Don't worry about it. Has no point of the experience. What we need you to do is level up and grind dungeons with us.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh
Dude,
man.
I'm
That
talking about
doesn't.
3 or 4 hour long fucking dungeon raids where we don't even win and the leader of the fucking guild just gives up and is like, yeah, guys, like you guys go do something else, I guess. We're done with this one for the night. And I'm like, come on, dude. I just got off of work and I'm trying to be a good guild member. I go in there. I was a DPS and I was a damage mage. I tried to go out there and fucking do work.
Yeah.
But of
But
course, I was low level. Like
your
I was low
healers
level.
had mana leaks, right? Like your healers just never had mana when you need to be healed.
I mean, our healers were kind of shit too, because like I said, like everything was just done like random recruiting like that, you know.
Yeah. I used to play
So
WoW, so I know exactly what you're talking
it
about. I used to
really,
play.
like I said, really ruined the entire experience of the game for me because I could have just ran around and just did shit on that game forever
So yeah,
and just
that is the thing about
found new
like
stuff.
Elden Ring for
But it got
me
but it got
was
ruined
that
from me.
I've always appreciated they put a single player mode into it. And so you could
Hmm.
yeah, they've also made it that you can bring other people in, you can help other people if you want to. Um, but you can play it all by yourself too. You can kind of just explore the world. Um, so yeah, no, for sure. If it weren't for that, if it was just all online gaming, there would be no games that I'd play. It's
Yeah.
fun to a certain extent, but then again, people just max out and get really good at that game. Um,
Yeah,
and it goes on too. Like even if you wait a few years for it to stop being a popular game, there's still like one hardcore or like several hardcore enthusiasts who are like on the game,
Yeah.
like trying to kick ass still because
Yeah.
that's their thing, you know.
Yeah. That's why I play Rocket League because like I fell in love with that game and I had the hunger for learning. Just I mean, again, I say that I'm in like the top 9%, but dude, that's like the top 500,000 players. Like it's not actually that like notable.
Five
It's
hundred thousand. That's how many people play Rocket League across the world.
well,
If you're the
that's
top,
that's 10% of
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if that's the top 10%, then okay, that number. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it's
That's
really more the number of people that have ever played Rocket League and had their info put up on this site that I use called Rocket League Tracker.
gotcha,
That
gotcha.
like you have to like register with it and then link your like Steam or Epic or however you play Rocket League, and then it like automatically takes the info from your account and populates stuff like your trends, like all the games that or the last several games that you've played and like the outcomes of them and like where your rank is trending, and it has like some really cool information, but it also has leaderboards for like how and understand. It's
It's
interesting.
wild to me that I've only heard of Rocket League through you, but there is that many people who are playing this game. Do you think that
Yeah.
Rocket League has a very like closeted like fan base because they don't know who else to talk to about this?
Closet is a wild word to use.
I
Um,
mean, I think it conveys the meaning, although that it might be a little bit
yeah.
strong.
No, I mean, I think Rocket League is more prominent in the esports scene right now, even though it's not really considered one of the big esports. Like, I think most of the people who are like into Rocket League that would be like the kind of people that would be talking about it are people that either are into the RLCS like esport or have some kind of esport competitive like DNA in them
When you
that
say
makes them.
ROCS, what do you mean?
The RLCS is the Rocket League Championship
Oh,
Series,
okay,
and that's
gotcha. I missed say
basically
gotcha.
the yeah, that's the pro tier of Rocket League. So to make it to there used to be a basically like a minor league, which was called the RLRS, which was the rival series, and
Hmm.
that was basically what you would play before you got to the pro level. That doesn't exist anymore because
What
there's just
replaced
not
it?
nothing. There just isn't like esport blew up in the 2010s and a lot of people that thought they could get quick pumped a lot of money into it and then they realized that it's hard to make money from sporting events. So
Ah,
um
okay.
uh yeah, esports is like having a real money crisis right now. And that's not just Rocket League, that's every esport that's out there. Except for Counter-Strike, Valorant. Actually, I think Valorant is having a problem too. Um, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, possibly Valorant, and that might actually be it. Like only the top three esports are not having any problems right now, securing venues or filling venues, or paying their players. Every other game has some kind of controversy going on right now where teams are like not playing their players. They're like backing out of stuff at the last minute.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
That okay, so I was thinking that it was like they were finding it hard to find people to fund them, but that's not true. It's that the
No.
players aren't being professional enough to the amount of money that's being thrown at them.
Um, kind of. It is more of like a thing of like the return on investment isn't there for a lot of people to like want to continue to fund. So trying to make sure that I get
So this is
the
wild. I
right.
thought that this game was like more worldwide, but the top countries for Rocket League, there's 2,613 players from the United States, which is the top group of players. I was definitely expecting that China was going to be involved, um, at least at some high
Uh,
ranking in this game.
yeah, yeah, Rocket League not very big yet in Asia. The Asian countries like Korea and China and Japan, yeah, have not
Yeah,
caught on to
even
Rocket League
Japan is
much
really
yet.
far down the list. Yeah, so that's super interesting. We are in the last like 15 minutes of the show. So I am gonna move towards wrapping it up with that thought. I do want to hear an update, Jack, next week when we get together with Dylan, about this weekend event. What you think of the championships, what your hot take is, that
Hmm.
sort of thing. Because I'm interested in what's happening in Rocket League, even if I don't get to witness it myself. So
Oh, trust me, I will give you an update.
that's
I'm
awesome. I'm gonna hit you up
Yeah,
for
I'm
that.
watching
So
it. Yeah, I'm watching it at work. I'm watching it. I'm very invested. So I will
I knew
definitely.
you were gonna be. That's why I was like, yeah, yeah. I mean, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. Well, Dylan's there, of course. Um, but I will want to get an update from you about that. So, guys, if you listen to this podcast, just listen ahead, get the update of that. When it comes out, it'll be a few weeks late, but that's okay. It'll still be a hot take of what Jack's hot take was. So
Yeah, I will say that this podcast is being recorded on the evening of Thursday, the 24th.
Yep.
So,
And
unfortunately,
there's a
Jack, some of the things that you were saying that were upcoming this weekend, I'm not sure if some of the podcast viewers are going to get that. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of people in the chat tonight, but it's always open. Make
yeah,
sure you guys come check out the Discord, check out the website, www.coxinspace.com. That's coxinspace.com. You'll find links to everybody there. Myself, Logan Gifford, one of the producers and voice actors for the show. You'll also find Mr. Aaron Cosbeil, one of the world's, or one of the nation's rather, certified clean comedians
yeah.
is
He's
working on the show, Mr. Aaron Cosbeil. You'll also find Mr. Jack Haynes, as well as many of our, other contributors of the show. You can become an official contributor as well if you go to our Patreon. If there are certain tiers, I believe that Mr. Marazi has set up that allow you certain contribution to the show. It allows you to connect with us in any fashion with the Discord. The Discord is free of charge. You guys can come in here and interact with us in the chat during any one of these shows. So make sure you guys, there is a level of interactivity that we want to have with our audience, and we want to make sure that that's available to you guys for sure.
yeah.
So understand that the Discord, no matter if you're on Patreon or not, the Discord is completely free. You guys can come in here, chat with us. You guys can pick Jack Haynes' brain during Drawn with Jack. You guys, whenever I'm in here, Skipper, Mr. Aaron Cosbeil, Chandler, our producers, some of our voice actors, any of our guests, you guys can come in here and interact with us and kind of do a little Q&A with us as we conduct these podcasts and as we conduct these guest appearances going forward. We definitely want to let you guys know that.
Yeah, we do enjoy interesting people on this show. Please be orderly about it. We do have a lot of guests coming in for all the episodes coming up. So if you do want to get involved with that, any of the episodes at coxinspace.com, coxinspace.com, you can click on the Facebook link and get in touch with Aaron Cosvio, who's in charge of all of our booking and all the talent that we're scouting for. So reach out to him there. And Logan, thank you very much for filling in all the rest of that information too. Um,
Absolutely, yeah. Just
yeah,
the people have to know. We're out
yeah,
here marketing ourselves. We're not paying anybody. We don't have any ad agencies. We're showing up on your timeline. If you found us, we're showing up completely off of likes and the goodness of other people. So if you see us pop up on your timeline, like us, subscribe to us, follow us if you like what you see. It's all organic content, fellas. We might use some AI for some promo and stuff, but right now it's we're doing what we can to get some illustrators who have some free time
and that's a good thing
to
actually
get
we
on
should
those
talk
for
about,
us.
Logan. Here is that we do live in the age of AI, and one of the reasons that we're doing these podcasts on a regular basis with Jack and with our musicians and with our animators is to show you that we're doing all the work. And you can see Jack here in front of you doing all the work. Um, so it's good for you. Yeah, exactly. There's not a single pen stroke that we haven't caught on camera. Um, and so if you want to learn
Especially,
how to draw, you can come join us Tuesdays and Thursdays, Drawing with Jack, live on the Discord. They also come out throughout the week on our YouTube channel, YouTube / @wigwags. Um, and you can draw it, or you can just, if you're wondering if whether or not this is coming from a robot, unless Jack is a simulation, which I hope he's not. I haven't seen him in ages, so he might be. Um,
I'd
then
like to see AI drink 12 beers as fast as I can.
so it's a possibility. We might be playing, the Cylon game, um, where
I would love
that
to be able to guess who's a Cylon
yeah,
and who's not.
Battlestar Galactica. One of the people in this chat is an AI. We're not sure who. S- but
Gotta weed them out, chat.
yeah. So yeah, so cool. Jack, thank you for getting together and kicking it with us again. As always, Jack Haynes, ladies and gentlemen, who confessed at the beginning of this pod that he doesn't mind taking furry and anthro commissions. So if you want to throw him his way, you all can do that. His information is on coxinspace.com. Check him out for his streaming. Uh, Jack, any final thoughts?
Um, no, just come to the Discord and check stuff out and interact with us. Like we want to
Yeah.
give you things and hear from you and hear what you have to say about our stuff. So come by the Discord, please.
100% true.
We are real people who interact with our audience. We are here all the time, you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're here
co-
5 nights a
Come
week.
talk to us,
Yeah.
man. You know, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Call us fuckers for not including something. I don't care. I mean, at
Call
least I
Logan
don't.
a
Yeah,
fucker.
call
Call
Logan a
Yeah,
fucker.
yeah. I say Jack Haynes, by all means. Jack Haynes is not a fucker. That
Yeah,
man is a paid animator or a paid
it,
illustrator doing what he needs to do.
Instagram
Do not
slash
think I'm
young
inferior, Mr.
remorse.
Jack Haynes.
Yeah. So that's what shit posting accounts are for, is to take the heat of all the fuckery that needs to be directed
Right.
towards them.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm here.
yeah, exactly. So it's good. It's good times. Guys, thank you for listening this far
Right.
into the podcast. We do appreciate your comments below. If you tell us, what's up, what we're missing, um, you know, love us, hate us, we're down for it.
Comments, suggestions, criticisms. Hey, I like your voice. Your accent's sexy.
Yeah, exactly.
Logan is my favorite. We like it all.
You
You
need you,
know.
you need to hear exactly specifically those things. So we'll catch you next time.
Yep.
Adios.
Have a good one.